Hey, Coach, it's Coach Simpson. Appreciate you tuning into my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel. There's going to be videos all throughout here over either scheme, or it could be over offense, defense, or just kind of coaching 101 things that I've learned and hopefully I'm trying to pass on to this next generation. Today I'm going to talk about QB Run RPOs, which is something I know a lot of guys want to get in the RPO world, but they're having a hard time with their quarterback doing it. I don't really know if these are technically RPOs. We consider them an RPO because it is a true run pass option, but there is no mesh. And so a lot of times I know coaches that are trying to play around with this game are having a hard time with their quarterback running the mesh, reading it, and then whatever else he's trying to do, they're having a hard time. So these are a few things we've gone to that have been good for us, and maybe it can help you. It's helped us in the last several games. It's just very difficult because you have an athletic quarterback. Maybe he doesn't read RPOs super well, but he can read these because basically it's looking at one guy with the ball in my hands the whole time. There's never a mesh or anything like that. Now, there are a few drawbacks you've got to be aware of if you're going to run quarterback run RPOs, or any RPO for that matter, but especially QB run RPOs. First one is lineman downfield, because a lot of times you're now reading a second or third level defender, which can take longer to read. For us, a couple of these we're reading like a corner, that's going to take a while to read. So we've got to make sure our linemen are coached up, whatever word you want to use for them to know don't go downfield, and then whatever word the quarterback will tell them that I am going to run it, so they do go downfield then, you got to rep that stuff. Okay, so they understand we're pulling out there, we're not going downfield on this unless we hear the code word, and then boom, we're going downfield. We run these to the quick side, we run these to the strong side with our quarterback. Again, our guy is an athlete, and when you have one of those, it's almost like a bootleg pass, except that you are legitimately blocking a run, so he can run the ball, or he has a couple options. So on the quick side, we have two, and we're just going to talk about up here, and you can do whatever concept you want. I mean, it's literally a quarterback jet. We call this Q jet. We'll block it as a jet sweep. To us, we have a couple different kind of tweaks that we do. When we go Q-Jet, I don't want to get into all those. However you do it, go ahead and do it, but make sure you've got tag words. So if you have any pulling linemen, they know don't go downfield. But right now, let's just say you're blocking straight Q-Jet here, okay? And you're going to give him a read. For us, usually to the quick side, that read's going to be whatever force player is over here. We call this one sluggo, basically running a slant go. And then our guys running a bubble go, but we're really truly just reading the force player. If the force player runs at our quarterback, we flip it out there on the bubble. Okay, if the force player were to bail, then it would turn into that true QB jet sweep. And we don't block it like this. We block it a little bit different. I don't want to get into all that right now until our season's over. And then I'll give you some of the different nuances of how we do that. Okay, but we want to make sure our linemen know don't go downfield unless they hear the code word. All right. We can also run this flavor of it. This is a route I've taken from my friend over at CAC, Tommy Shoemaker, does a great job. It's a really hard route to stop. You take your outside receiver, he's going to run whatever distance you coach. He's going to literally put his heels, if the sideline is there, you want to put your heels on that sideline and just sit. Because it makes it a very easy read for your quarterback now. Again, we are going to read a force player, okay? Now, we are attacking that same force player in case our quarterback just completely misreads it, okay, with the idea of if the guy goes in coverage, our running back knows to turn inside. Running backs are going to get away with a little bit more of going downfield because usually they're not going to engage until you've run, or if they are engaging, it's usually behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to get away with a lot more. We don't worry about them with going downfield. But let's say we're pulling a lineman for whatever reason, okay, we're pulling some linemen down here, he's got to wait to hear that. The same read for us, a lot of times we will pick whatever defender it is. On this one, it's the outside backer. On this one, it may be like a cover two corner that we're looking at reading, or whatever it's going to be. If he jumps, we throw. It's pretty simple, okay? We also have some strong side QB run RPOs. Again, our quarterback is a runner, and so one of our plays we go, we'll have a pin and pull type action, okay? And then we are truly going to read the corner, which is a third level defender. As we're running out there, at any point, if the corner jumps, we can throw that go route, which if you hit that route, it's a touchdown. We've hit it twice been a touchdown both times. But a lot of times we haven't seen it, and we've just run QB, sweep essentially, and he's got 10, 12, 15 yards because the corner's either gone deep enough to where now we're not going to throw it, and so now we basically are going to force him to put a second force player up there. Because if you're going to put a force player here, we're going to get him blocked. And we have everyone in the world coming out there. So somebody in the secondary has to come out there. So we can run it this way, or we can go to a true overload set and run the same RPO we ran here, but now run it to the strong side. Same idea for us. We're going to make you put a second force player there. If you put this guy here and he comes to attack, there's no way they can cover that ball. Okay? And with a slant go, we're literally trying to run into the upfield shoulder of anyone that might be playing man and get vertical. Okay? Just two simple concepts to the strong, too simple to the quick. It's not something we have majored in, but it's something we have gone to a lot in the red zone. In the red zone, defense are going to go man, and so usually we're just cleaning up our reads. We're not having to worry about RPO reads off mesh. We can do that too, and our guys are pretty good at it. But this has given us kind of another weapon to run. If you're not already running quarterback run RPOs and you have an athlete, I would highly recommend you look at putting them in. Just make sure you do coach up. We're not going downfield. We're not engaging unless we get whatever word we're going to get. But it's been good to us. Maybe it can be good for you. Appreciate you guys checking out this channel. Got plenty of information, fbcoachsimpson.com, on all my offense if you want details of a lot of the stuff we're doing. Appreciate your time. Thank you.